I told you I'm bored and overeducated.
Here we go again.
Welcome to the Bored and Overeducated Podcast. I am one of your hosts, W, and this is my co host.
Dr. B. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We are going to be getting into an interesting topic today, which is talking about the difference between a mental breakthrough and a mental breakdown. Right? I said that right? Breakthrough and
Hmm.
breakdown? Okay.
Yeah,
So
it all
it all
came from this.
started.
Yeah, it all started long ago in the darkest parts of one's closet. No, 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 not
Mm.
my closet. I've never been in
I
a
was like,
closet. We don't have to talk about it though.
okay,
But
okay.
but the idea came from this meme. It came from this meme of this girl or this woman where she's like doing one of these, like she's trying to explain something, and
Yeah.
she looked very tortured in the face, right?
Mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, no, but
Okay.
keep going.
Um, so so many people online, this was years ago, talking about how she was having a breakdown and it made her the most popular online
Oh.
star in what should have been a moment of leaning in and getting her help, but it turned into something totally different, right? Ooh.
Oh, when I heard this topic, right, when you wrote this one to me, where my mind went to is it was interesting seeing it as like a versus, right? A mental breakdown versus a mental breakthrough. Because I, in my experience, both personally in my own mental health journey, as well as professionally as a psychologist, I would say there's a little bit of breaking down that has to happen for a breakthrough to occur. To be real with you. Now, breakdown doesn't have to mean that you are like completely feeling like you've like losing your mind or right, but I do feel like part of our expansion and transition within ourselves and our healing and our growth requires a lot of like there's like identity crisis that happens. There's like questioning certain realities to like actually reveal certain truths. So I do feel like they work together and it's not even like a or, right? It's like a one can help lead to the other, but there's also a such thing as either one being too extreme as well, right?
Mm.
Like having too extreme of a breakdown and even maybe
I
too extreme of a breakthrough. There's a such thing. Such thing as people who like think they so woke that they have like gone to some kind of you know what I mean? There is a such thing as
Okay.
a breakthrough that I think can get to an extreme. I think that happens when people are trying to skip over the work though. Usually,
Mhm.
like they start being performative in their awakening instead of
What's
allowing
that,
themselves to
friend?
experience it.
What do you mean? Can you give me an example?
When somebody starts just saying things that sound profound, but
Oh,
using
are you talking about
context.
men out here using therapy speak to get into women's pants and then gaslighting them? That
That's one example. That's one
okay,
example. Yeah. So
okay.
like that's a great example. But I feel like there's others too where people just like kind of want to skip over the work. They're like, yeah, I don't want to be like my uncle.
Yes.
My uncle Troy who just drinks himself to sleep every night. So I'm just now I'm awake, right? Because I
Okay, let me
but they ain't
interject
did
here.
no
Let me,
time of work,
and I
no
know
nothing.
exactly what you're talking about, right?
Yes,
So I don't know if you ever watched the Real Housewives of Potomac. So there's
you know
this
I
woman by
haven't.
the name. Oh yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm a
Don't ever
white.
watch
I'm
the Real
gonna say also I
Housewives. It's
haven't.
trash. Allow me to digest it, and then I'll give it to you. Anyway,
Hmm.
so there's this character by the name of Karen. I don't remember her last name, but we call her the Grand Dame of Potomac.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, the Grand Dame. And the Grand Dame ended up in Grand
Very
prison. She ended
unnecessary.
up in prison. The Grand Dame ended up in prison, okay?
That's what you get trying to be fancy saying prison.
I I was.
Penitentiary. Peni- penitentiary? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because it didn't sound right in here.
Yes. No, you said it right. You said it right.
The pen. And I ain't talking
The
about the
pen.
state. Not
Dang.
in
But she ended up in the pen, right?
the pen.
Um, for whatever she ended up. Well, she ended up in there for being intoxicated while driving.
Okay.
Whether she was behind the wheel or not, that's still up for discussion. But we can get into that conspiracy later.
Oh,
Anyway,
interesting. Okay.
anyway, we she ends up doing, I think, 4 months out of a year sentence, I believe. Don't quote me. We'll Google that later. Um, and she's going on this press tour, and every time someone tries to hold her feet to the fire, getting her to say, I see where people are trying to take her. They're trying to take her to, like, personal accountability, getting her to say, "I'm sorry, I should not have been drinking and driving. I
Yeah.
should not have gotten behind the wheel." Instead, what she would do, her key phrase is, "You know what? Let's talk about it." And I believe as people, none of us should exhibit these
Yeah.
behaviors, and it really
This
ticks me
this
off because it's
this
like,
is what
"Did
I'm
you learn
talking about. Yes.
anything? Did
This
you
is what
learn
I'm talking about.
anything?" Yes,
It's
yeah.
a
"Did you learn anything
principle.
in the jail
It's like
cell? Did"
deflecting from the accountability. Like someone can
Yes!
say something that sounds profound and like things that you can't disagree with, right? Because she's like, there's a
Right.
larger picture here where none of us should be doing this. And there's a moment where you're like, yeah, but then you're like, wait, what? That's not what we were debating. That's not what we were talking about. That was
This is
never
not about
anything.
me.
Yeah, this was never anything that I disagreed with. Like, you don't have to convince me of this. Like, so it's like a really skilled deflection, but
Yes.
it's like also getting away from the actual work that that individual needs to do within themselves. Yeah, for sure.
Right, and she
Hmm.
spends her it she every single press tour, I mean, every single, press junket that she goes to, right? She's talked about her time in jail as her mentoring the
Girl,
girls
girl.
that that are in there because they need a mama bear,
Not her being
and I'm
like,
like,
the reason why I decided to drink that day and drive is because I knew there were people in the pen who needed me and my guidance.
like this was divine intervention or something. No, you put yourself there. And then
Man,
come to find out, she was doing this for 20 years. This is
you
just
know,
the
this
first
is
time that she actually got caught.
but this you know what's funny because it's like this is people this is what I mean by people taking things too like far, right? Because it's like the
Mhm.
whole perspective is everything. Some people hear that and they be like, so I could just choose whatever perspective and just do it, and it's like, no.
No.
that's not that's not how you actually do that. Because sure, you can, I mean, you can spin or do a somersault on almost anything, but it is impressive. You got to give it. It's impressive the things people can somersault in their minds on.
Imma say this. I don't wanna agree with you, but I'm going to agree with you because the way she was able to turn something so traumatizing and should be classified as like a travesty, right? Because it is a sick, sad joke that it literally took 20 years where she experienced her children telling her, "Mom, we think you have a problem," to her husband being like,
No.
"You know what? Let me just get you a driver." And then getting on the show and everyone,
All this happened.
yes,
Oh, so you weren't that wasn't what's it called, hyperbole or anything when you said like 20 years. You're being serious.
being dead as,
Oh.
yes. And even even her castmates knew that she was known around town as that drunk old lady.
And
But
then she finally gets caught and she's like, I was just they were calling me in prison so I could be that Jesus. That's crazy.
yes, yes, yes,
It was like it was time for the
yes.
second coming. So I had to go to jail.
It's like
So
such
I could
corrupt
mentor them. And it's
behavior.
like, ma'am, you do know you could just volunteer at the prison.
No,
You don't have to be
no one's
you don't have to
stopping
get
you
arrested.
from literally signing up and then like
Hmm.
hosting a weekly class or a monthly class on how to be better when you get out. You didn't have to put yourself in the situation. You could. She has so much help. This woman
So
has so
much.
much money.
Yeah. She got
She
money. Yeah, she on a TV show.
she has so
She
much.
in
She has so
Potomac.
many
Wherever that's
resources.
at.
Oh, Fran. Oh, Potomac.
Yeah. Where's it?
I used to live in DC, and I used to go to
Oh,
Potomac
it's in
sometimes.
DC. Okay.
It's in the
Yeah.
DMV area. It's actually
Yeah. Ah,
Potomac,
okay.
Maryland is
Bougie.
nice.
Yeah. Hmm.
buses don't go there,
Mm. Mm.
which is unfortunate because it tells me, they don't want my skin up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. They were
Um,
like, "How you get here? We ain't send no bus."
yeah, right. How do they find these? I would say black women, but some of them, I don't know. I mean, they look like they were pushed into the category black, but they don't really seem black. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're here for. Um,
Mm.
how did they find this many black women as the face of Potomac when I know Potomac don't have us there?
Mm. They
Is
sent a bus. You just said you just answered it. They sent a bus to the outskirts of Potomac. We gave
Karen should
them
have been using a bus. All right. If there were buses in Potomac, Karen wouldn't
Mhm.
be in jail. She wouldn't be
Ah,
drinking and driving.
you right.
If there were
Well, no, she don't take accountability, so she would have been like, I had to be on the bus to drive it. She'll find a way to spin it. Now you got me
yes,
wanting to look this lady up. Oh
friend,
gosh.
her name is
All
Karen
jokes aside, I
Hoover.
hope she finds some help.
She's not
She
going
always calling shots
to.
with that as her first name, at least in this day and age. That's just an
Friend,
easy
she
target.
she showed up at the reunion. Well, she's going to show up at the reunion because the reunion hasn't
Well,
aired
she not
yet.
in jail.
Because she got out on good behavior.
Cause she was Jesus she,
She was
of the
helping the
prison.
girls.
She was helping them. She was mentoring. Yeah,
She was providing a service to the
she was
community
she was
while being
leading
locked
the
up.
leading the flock, but she couldn't go far because they in prison. So just out to the court, just out to the back courtyard.
Corrupt.
Wow.
Corrupt.
The literal level of delusion though got her on TV. So I mean,
You know what? Facts. Fair.
full
Actually,
moment
no, that's
again,
not
right? Is
fair,
like, is
but
it
that is a
breakthrough or
fact.
is it breakdown? Cause she doing a little bit of both.
Yeah. So this is exactly what you're talking about.
Hmm.
But in regards to Karen, is that on the reunion, she talks about how that it's now her life's purpose to help misguided youth in jail to not be like her. And I find that
But
troubling
wait, but
because you still haven't received that help that you
no, she's
deserve.
skipping
That
over her
you
help. But it's interesting though because again, she is like a prime example of this, like what how these two can like coexist in some ways.
Mhm.
I mean, there's better versions of this, of course, because she has a lot of
Are they?
work to do. It sounds like, but it's interesting because she's like, I'm trying to teach them how not to be like me. So there's some level of acknowledgement that she is engaging in bad behavior to even be able to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear, you see, you can't deny that.
Now, see, now, friends, I want to agree with you.
Uh,
If I had not spent 10 years watching this lady
true that.
portray herself a certain way and
Mm-hmm.
stick to a script. Now, I everything that you're saying is fact, and I do agree with you on paper, but in
when
practice,
when it comes to Karen specifically, I feel you. I feel you. Like you don't think it's clicking like that. It's just a
it
coincidence that sounded like a little bit of self reflection.
no,
Yeah.
it's like I know exactly what you're talking about. Some people use this therapy talk to make it seem like, oh yeah, they know what they did was a problem. But when you play back what they're saying, they're taking I out of it,
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which really
Yeah.
pisses me
It's
off because if they were
performative.
it's
Mm-hmm.
performative because if they were winning, it would be I.
Mm-hmm.
But since she's losing, now it's we.
Even else
When do we
we.
start speaking French?
And an occasional you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it ain't no I. Mm-mm.
No. It's just it really takes me off because and I know I'm laughing, but it's but it's I've seen this behavior so many times. I've seen this behavior in a certain group of people, um, specifically people who have the resources, who have the most resources. When it comes to this topic of mental breakdown versus mental breakthrough, some people seem like they portray themselves as if they're having a breakthrough, but
Mhm.
I guess it goes back to what we were talking about before. Who holds them accountable to that?
Mhm.
Who we are social beings. We are community-based beings, right? How do we help people through mental breakdowns? How do we help people
It's
through
so
mental breakthroughs? Even as adults, are we allowed to hold people's hands? Because it seems like we're not there. I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, you're thinking brilliantly out loud. So, like, basically, all I was going to say is the problem is how people with power, and specifically power is usually financial wealth, right, are treated when they do something wrong in society. Like, nothing
Mhm,
really comes of it. So then it makes it more like the conditioning behind that, right? And they're not being them being held accountable, right? People will make so many excuses for like a celebrity doing horrendous acts, like really
mhm.
bad things, all because they really like that person's music or they really like whatever. So it's like there's no consequences, right? There's no real um like external factors to encourage that self-reflection, right, to encourage you to go inward and really sit with self. It's like you did this bad thing and you're still, sure, people are upset for a little while, but then you don't really like have any real consequence, right? You just have to deal with people being upset for a little, and then you still get all the things you had before. So that's why people rarely go I when they have a lot of money, and instead go, we or you, because it's like, why I gotta reflect on I? You still watching this show? You still know I'm on this Potomac stuff? I'm still driving my car. Right? Even though my license suspended, like they literally getting away with whatever. So that's the problem. We need accountability needs to be expected, and reasonable consequences need to be implemented no matter how much power someone holds. And then we would have more chances of people that have more wealth actually reflecting. There's other factors too, but that would help.
Yeah, because if I was having a mental breakdown, they wouldn't put me in Club Med, AKA a
No.
spa. They would send me
Mm-mm.
to the penitentiary.
Mm-mm. Exactly. Yeah. They wouldn't be like, "Oh yeah, just give him a massage and what's those things, the hydrating IV. He just needs some
Yep.
time." Yeah, no. They would literally just, if with a lot of money, they just send people to your house to take care of you. It's like, what? No, you
Well,
you should be like you said in the Tyra episode. These people should be in jail.
damn, yeah.
That's my favorite quote from there.
Yeah.
Like you were so you just stopped, looked at the
I
camera, and
was
was like,
I
in
was
jail.
dead ass.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just to reiterate, I don't believe in jails, abolish prisons.
Yeah,
We need
we
to
don't. We don't. We gotta. I hope y'all still here listening. Please don't think we
we
agree
gotta
prison. We
figure
don't.
out another
No,
way to rehabilitate people.
yeah, we got to put a text on the screen earlier so y'all know we do not agree with the way that prisons are ran, right? It's not a system for rehabilitation. It is a system that was brought out of slavery. We are not fans of it. It needs to be abolished and replaced with
Mhm.
something that actually uplifts and takes care of the mental and emotional and physical well being of the human beings that went in there. Because if those things had happened for those people in the first place, they would have not needed to end up in prison at all, right? You see, it's the trauma and the mistreatment anyway. And that's an
Similar
explanation, not an
to
excuse. People are still accountable. Full circle moment.
correct. Similar to the city of Potomac needing to have buses
Buses.
and trains and
Mm-hmm.
whatever else so that people are not drinking and driving on the roads. Like
Mm-hmm.
just because you are a very nice, gated, secluded community, separate from DC, and I had to take, a 2-hour drive to get there. It was a nice drive. And you do have a nice city. Um, the people, even though everyone there has, very nice cars, Maseratis, Lamborghinis, a lot of sports
Mostly
cars.
just want y'all to let him come live in Potomac. That's what he said in the Tyra episode was secretly about that. He's like, I heard y'all got a resident because Karen's in jail. There's a residential opening. There's a slot. Just let me slide on in there. I won't never have to worry about me doing that.
No, we need mixed income communities. Every
Yeah.
community should have a high and a low. I can be the low, okay? Like,
Mhm.
just put me in a nice studio apartment in Potomac. I'll be fine.
Well, no, he'll be fine. You also need to have buses and trains
Yeah, you need that.
and
You
bike
need that
paths and bike
because I
paths.
don't want to drive. Yeah.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
anyway, we got off topic. Karen Huger.
This is not what we thought this was going to be, but hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves. We sure enjoyed ourselves. So we hope that you laughed and learned and that you
Yes.
now want to visit Potomac. We're gonna go stomp up in there and they're gonna have to let all us in. They can't hold us all back. Maryland, here we come.
If y'all laughed a little bit, that's wonderful. If you learned a little bit, that's great too. This is the Bored and Overeducated podcast with your host W and my lovely co-host.
Dr. B, love you guys. Bye, bestie community. We'll see you all next time. Smooches. Mwah, mwah. Play that music. Down, 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 down.